Hey everybody, this is Sean here with Rugged Outdoors, and we're here in my garage today because I'm going to show you how to install the X22 Backpacker Stock by Magpul onto the Ruger 1022 Takedown. It's a great rifle, and we're going to take a look at how to do that, so stay tuned. Hey, welcome back. This is Sean here with Rugged Outdoors, and here on this channel, for those that haven't been here before, I talk about all things related to the outdoors, whether it's hunting, fishing, camping, shooting, anything that relates to getting you and your family outside. We try to talk about it here through different reviews, how-tos, and things of that nature. But today, we're specifically going to talk about how to take this stock off of this Ruger 1022 Takedown and install the Magpul X22 stock. Now, by itself, this isn't a bad stock. This is how it comes. It's pretty straightforward, easy to take down. Little metal piece right here. Do that, twist it, and it comes apart. And this would fit probably in a backpack, but it's loose, and I don't really want that sliding around, banging around on stuff on my backpack. So Magpul makes this X22 Backpacker stock that's actually pretty slick. And it's extremely easy to make modifications to these. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put it back together here and just twist back together, and there it is. There's only a couple of screws you need to take out on this to install the X22 stock. And so we're going to get ready and start doing that. Right, so the first thing that I use is there's this great tool that I think anyone that has a works on guns or does anything that needs particular poundage is this. It's called a fat wrench, and if you look at it here, you can see I've got the actual fat wrench itself, and you can see here it's got the weight or the pound per inch torquing that you may need as you do this. Is made by Wheeler, and all the different little heads and stuff that go with it. I'm pretty sure this is the one I'm going to need. The Ruger, yep, so that's the one. So I'm going to use this to take it apart. Loosen this screw first. Screw comes all the way out, and one of the things you'll want to do is, I'm going to take the magazine out too. Should have taken that magazine out earlier, but there it is. One thing you'll want to do is the safety mechanism, you'll want to kind of slide it over to the middle, kind of have to hold it there to get this to slide right off. And then there's the stock, the bottom stock that comes off, no problem there. And I can actually take there's the unit receiver, mag, the bolts, and the trigger assembly. There's lots of things you can do to these Ruger 1022s. And there's a previous video I showed where I replaced the bolt with one from Volkswagen, I think is how you say their name. I got a link up to the video up there about it. We used it for a particular case. We have another 1022 that we use that's suppressed and want to make it even quieter, so we replaced that bolt. They make a better bolt that if you're not using a suppressed one. Volkswagen also makes a better trigger. So does Ruger. Ruger makes a better trigger, and we may do that one in another video coming up. But let's get getting the rest of this taken apart. Okay, I need to change out that piece there. Let's see here, so I'm going to undo. Whoop, not with that one, I'm not. There it goes, same one. And it's pretty straightforward. I mean, they make it. You know, Ruger designed it this way that you could do so much to these things, but really they're super easy to modify. And again, that other video we've seen, we changed out, Magpul makes an X22 stocks that's not a Takedown stock. So we did that on another one. This one, the whole point kind of was, okay, I need to get a different tool for that one. All right, so out of all of them, the whatever size that is the one that works for everything except for this one. And this is a American, this is 9/64 inch hex head. So luckily I have one of those. So we're going to take this one apart. This actually has a nut on the other side, so you got to make sure it stays caught and easy to take out. So there's that. You know, watch that little nut that comes out of there, and kind of pry that apart to get that off. And there you go. So there I've got the barrel is now off, and you can change these. Tactical Solutions makes a barrel for the Takedown rifle and everything. So it's again, it's crazy all the stuff that you can do. And I'll put some links down below to some of these things that I'm talking about, but also some links to some other videos that I've seen where people have done just amazing stuff with this Ruger 1022. So, okay, now I've got it apart. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the X22 Backpacker stock here. Good old instructions. Not like we're going to read those. No, we will. So here's the first part of it. We bought ours in this green color, which I really like. And there's some really tweaky features to this. One, there's this nice little storage compartment here. And what this does is this will store up to 3 of the 10-round mags. They'll just fit right in, just like that. And you can close that up. So that's really nice as well. Get that back out. So that's one of the storage compartments that they do. They also did some other pieces. You can see where the barrel is going to go and fit into this piece right here whenever it's all folded up. But first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put the trigger and all that assembly back in here. Okay, so the way you get that in is you kind of put the back end in first and then slide it back down on there. So then we're going to take that same one that we used and put that back in there. So that we got that in here, and this goes in, and per the instructions that Magpul provides, you do this to a 20 pounds, tighten the screw to 20 pound, okay? So that's what we're gonna do. So on this, it's really nice, you pull this part down here, and you're gonna set that to 20 pounds. And you can see there's a little red line there where it sets it to 20 pounds. And so I'm going to just put that in here. Sorry, sniffing a little bit. I got a little like a cold or something. It's kind of cold here finally in Oklahoma. It has been warm as all heck. It finally cooled off. Okay, so now I've got it tight. I'm going to tighten, and you hear it now click. Well, now it's 20 pounds. So there's the bottom part, all done, right? So that was simple, super simple. Well, Magpul also includes 2 different pieces here for the front. This is actually a cheek riser. If you want to swap out these, if you want the taller cheek rise here, you can swap out and use this one instead. We're not worried about that much right now. I mean, our primary motive for this particular gun was that we wanted one that we can stick in our backpack and go whenever we go on hiking or whatever, in a quote-unquote survival situation. I could hunt with it if I needed to, whether it's rabbits or squirrels, but primarily just a fun excuse to do something cool. So Now I'm going to put this other piece on here. This is the handrest that really goes around the fore end to the barrel. There's a hole right here you can see, and that's where this is going to slide into. And it just slips right in there. Now what they've done also, I'm going to take it back out and show you something, is you can take this out, this insert piece right here, you can take this out depending on the barrel that you may have. Some people may actually have a thicker barrel because they buy a bull barrel or whatever, and they can replace that, so you have that in there if you need to. But we just have the stock barrel, so I'm going to put that back in. So you see there's the little hole slot where the release goes. Okay, so there's that. Again, take that bolt. This is the same one, you set it to 20 pounds as well. While I'm doing this, one of the things that we still haven't decided on is we don't know what scope I want to use for this. I'm thinking about a red dot or something. So if you got any ideas, please drop those down in the comments below. I'd love to hear what your input is. So again, this bolt right here is going to go down to 20 pounds. So there it is, it's set to 20 pounds. And folks, that's it. The Magpul is all set up, so now I can put it together. And there's the Magpul Backpacker Stock replaced in minutes. It's going to take longer to do the video than it will to actually do the work. But what I like about the way this is all going to go together. So I put the back end of the barrel into this slot here, and it slides together, and there it all is. There's the whole thing put together now. You can see it, and it's going to fit. It's locked in place. So to get it out, I don't know what you do. No. To get it out, there's two. You squeeze these right here, and that will take it out of the stock. But there it is, all locked in place, nice and handy, and can just fit right in the backpack. And remember what I said, that you put the magazines, you can fit 3 magazines right here. I've got to put them in the right way. Put 3 10-round magazines in there, and this just fits right in your backpack, and you're set to go. Again, we're going to put a scope of some kind. Again, I want to keep it small and low profile, not exactly what. It does have iron sights, which really, for most of what we're going to be doing, iron sights should be okay. If you can't hit a squirrel with the iron sights, you need to practice some more. But anyway, so there's the Magpul X22 Backpacker Stock installed on a Ruger 1022 on a takedown rifle. And I hope you found this video useful. Be sure and check out the other Ruger 1022 video we did earlier this year. And I hope you enjoyed what you saw. If you liked it, hey, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're so inclined, and thanks again for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the great outdoors.